Hi! All right, excellent. We got that done. After some technical difficulties, we finally got our second live stream rolling. So, I am Tab. I am the owner of Alliance Crossroads, the Tennessee chapter of the Alliance game system, and this is one of my staff members, India.
Hello, I am the Assistant General Manager of Crossroads and the new player representative.
So, Tony does a town hall chat the last Wednesday of every month for the Greater Alliance, and we didn't want to conflict with that, and Wednesday was our only availability to do this. So we picked the second to last Wednesday of the month to do our live stream to kind of plug the Alliance Town Hall. It is a really cool thing out on the Discord server, guys. Check it out in the chat. There are people in their chat right now, in our chat right now, that can help you get there on their Discord. Tony, the National GM, does a town hall and kind of keeps everybody in the Alliance community updated on the goings on of the larger organization. So be sure to check that out this time next week on Discord. Love to see you guys out there. I will be listening and being a fly on the wall for that meeting, and I can't wait to see what is going on in the Alliance this month. So with that being said, we just started shooting our second season of the YouTube channel. We went out to Denver 2 weeks ago. Thanks to your support and the fundraising support that we got from the Alliance, we were able to keep ourselves on the road and actually get out to Denver and to shoot our first episodes of our second season. Now, you're not going to see all of that footage quite yet. Probably, well, we're doing a little bit of an editing backlog right now. We still have to work through Minnesota and the last Crossroads events.
And the Ren Fair.
And the Ren Fair before getting to this season's footage. But we had a great time out in Denver. We're going to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. All right. Yes, there we go. So hopefully you guys are seeing a really cool drone shot of the tavern building in the Denver chapter. So as you can see, when we went out there this year, there was snow.
And by this year, he means March.
Last month, yeah.
There's snow in March.
So, yeah, they had snow out there, and we had to drive through a little bit of snow through St. Louis, so that was a little harrowing, but the road trip was certainly worth it. And what you're seeing right now is a really cool little helix shot and some flyovers that I got of their site this year. We got a lot of great footage, had a blast NPCing for them, and as you're flying over this site, like, we figured out last live stream that my cursor you guys can't see. So like the main building in the center is their tavern NPC camp. They can hold like 300 people in this tavern. The capacity of this site is huge. Like the capacity of the individual buildings, they say it on the wall, but like you could probably fit 500-600 LARPers on this site. And especially if people are like in a hotel like a half hour away or so, the amount of people that can play on this site is huge. It is a gorgeous place to play. They use the heck out of their site. I walked all over the place. They have some excellent props. It was an absolute blast. But during this trip, this was actually our second time out to Denver shooting there, and it was actually India's first time going out there to play. So India, what are some of your takeaways from your experience out in Denver?
10 out of 10 would do again, 100%. Their site is beautiful. The mountains are fantastic, and maybe it's just having hiked the Crossroads site enough times. It wasn't that bad. Me and snow don't mix very well, but they had plenty of areas that were flat and safe to run away wildly from a group of PCs trying to murder me, which was fine. It was a good time. I am from Colorado, so it was great to go back there and see a chapter that was so well-rounded with such an amazing staff that I spent the majority of my time just talking to the staff members and learning as much as I could, because they had a killer NPC team that had way more energy than me. They had it handled. I did not. They had it handled.
Yeah, their NPC team was absolutely amazing. I gotta say, there were some moments during your game, Denver, that were absolutely magic, at least for me, and I think for you guys too. So some things that just popped in my mind. For the very first time, somebody came up to me and said, "Hey man, because of seeing your video, I came out and tried LARP." That was amazing to me. It made me do an internal backflip. So thank you, young man. I can't remember your name, but that made my day. There was a moment in their tavern where a newer PC had everyone singing. The video honestly doesn't do it justice, the moment and the energy that was in that room of all those people singing a song together. It is one of those rare things that you can never write something like that happening, because it would never be as organic as that moment was, and just to brush up against that moment was pure magic and made my heart flutter a little bit. So it was an excellent thing to see. And as always, when I go out to Denver, sitting under their learning tree, seeing somebody who runs a much bigger footprint event with much more complicated plot lines and logistics, it's really inspired myself and my team to up our game and to really try to work on some of the things that we can do better within our chapter. And I think that's one of the best things about a national networked alliance game like ours, the Alliance, is that you can go out and see what somebody else does, especially as an owner, and that was incredibly useful. As you're seeing on the footage right now, we're doing a flyover. Those are player cabins right there. Last time it was summertime, you saw their pool is closed now, but it is a gorgeous site. This was their Saturday morning. It was pretty cold out, but all of their places are heated. The showers were great. The NPC accommodations were amazing, and it is a great place to play. I had an amazing time. Will and Suze, thank you guys for being such gracious hosts, and thank the Greater Alliance for your donations. It really helped take the edge off of our anxiety about getting this season done. And if we can keep up that support throughout the year, I'm hoping to get to as many chapters as will have us, and I'm very much looking forward to that. With that being said, we're going to jump on to some other different footage, and so this past week at the Crossroads site, we had well, the Ren Fair did a live stream, and what we're going to shoot to right now. This is our site with the Ren Fair's footprint. So what I implore like other chapters to do is find different organizations near to you that do something like you and try to partner up with them as much as you can and coordinate, because a lot of stuff that our hobbies out there is close enough to what we do that if you can help each other, mutually beneficial arrangements like we have at Crossroads with the Appalachian Ren Fair can happen. So what you're looking at right there is the Ren Fair footprint on our site. They had over 2,500 people come out and check out the Ren Fair in one weekend. I can't imagine having that many people come through our LARP site, but it happened like right in front of us. And after, I think after this circle around, I get some actual joust footage of a joust happening on my LARP site, which was an absolute joy and great to see. I think India just posted a live stream of the live event that was happening this past weekend there. It is an album drop party for the Cross Cannons. They are a cool band. They entertained us all night, and they are one of the feature performers at the Appalachian Ren Fair. And I always like to support anybody I can in artistic endeavors locally, because it's something that my region needs. And anytime that I can help out fellow artists in doing something that is creative for creative sake and for community's sake, it is something that I very much like to support and endeavor. So India actually came out to the Ren Fair. India, what was your takeaway as we check out the actual joust footage?
Well, I love a good joust.
Indeed.
But I'm walking up to the Crossroads site that I've been playing on for a few years now, and seeing that many people, I got this weird sense of like, I've never been here before. And then realizing, no wait, I'm here all the time. And then seeing kids running around our site, finding our little hidey holes that we've built as players and staff, and seeing adults with swords walking around our site and hunting them down and being like, you want to come back? Do you want to do that here again? You can do it right here with all this cool stuff. And just meeting all those really cool people that were having so much fun on the site was mind-blowing to me. I just couldn't comprehend the scale of it. It was insane.
Yeah, it was an excellent time, and it inspired me so much. And what we're doing moving forward is cooperating with the Ren Fair to increase the momentum of the site improvements on the Ren Fair site. I'm sorry, on the Crossroads Ren Fair site. So the idea being that we can provide infrastructure support and build the hard things while they make it look cool. And and then help us out with some mutually beneficial large projects over the years. So with that being said, we're going to segue into our opener. That's right. This weekend is the Crossroads opener. So we are really excited. I'm going to switch to some footage of the Crossroads site. It's stuff that we used last time, but for those of you who want to get a look at what we have so far, again, it's not spruced up. This is the off-season footage that me and Matt shot about a month and a half ago when we went up to the site to start setting it up. So things have improved a little bit since then. But what I'd like to get you guys to know, and hopefully we have a couple of our new players on the stream tonight. We're having an influx of a lot of new players, which is awesome because of probably because of all the southern chapters that are opening up this year. So we're seeing a big influx of brand new players. I love seeing names that I don't know on the pre-registration list, especially addresses and states that I've never seen before. And we got a lot of Georgia coming, so I'm looking forward to you guys coming up here. But I want you to watch this video of the site, and I just want to let you guys know what our amenities are so you're not blindsided by them, all right? We are a primitive campsite by definition in the state of Tennessee. We have porta-johns for our bathroom needs. We have a water point that was just installed this year, but we do not have active showers. Now, we have a couple fixes for that, and they are a little blue collar, but there is
No, they're immersive.
Yeah, immersive. You can either, feel free to tent on the site and camp on the site. More than welcome. We can find places for your travel trailers and your rooftop tents. There are some local hotels. Unfortunately, their quality has taken a bit of a nosedive over the past year, and their prices have gone up. But here's what we're trying to do. We got a couple campers on the site that we're going to try to get upgraded and sleepable so I can provide more sleeping space for my NPCs, so it's a little cheaper for them to come out and play. Also, the local truck stops have showers there. It costs money. It's, I think, like $10 or $13 or something like that for 2 showers. They are like little shower at bathroom things, kind of like a hotel room would have. You just drive over there, take your shower. It's a little weird, but once you do it a couple times, you get used to it. And there are plenty of other sites out there with limited capabilities, but if those are deal breakers for you guys, we're working on it, and it's with your support that we can get there faster. It is our intention in the next couple of years to get a traditional bathhouse built, but that's all based on how many people we can bring to the site and how much fundraising we can do. That being said, believe in your boy, I'm getting some stuff done. We weren't even sure that we were going to have a LARP during 2020, and before you knew it, we had a Ren Fair and a LARP and a YouTube channel. So here we are, still continuing, and guys, it's a great time. There's no kitchen or cooking on site. Unfortunately, the state of Tennessee has a bit of a problem with us preparing food for people without a kitchen. I used to call that barbecuing, but they don't. So prepackaged food only, and everything else you can get from the local convenience store, and we can order in. Again, we're looking at building a kitchen, but we have to get it done by certain standards that are, I think, out of our purview as a hobby business, but that's between me and the local government, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. Anyway, so we have some player questions that we wanted to get to, so we're going to go back to Boom. Boom. My boom was off. My timing.
Boom. It's okay.
As a new NPC, the question that we got, as a new NPC, do I need to make a character in the CMA?
Yes.
Yeah, take it away, India.
To pre-register for an event, you do have to have a character created. It has to have nothing on it. Literally just a name that can be blank. Your name can be blank. It doesn't matter. As long as you have a character that the system knows to allocate the experience points you get as an NPC to that character. And the nice thing about the character is until you play your first event, you can do whatever you want with it. Delete it. Don't delete it. Actually, don't delete it. No,
delete it.
Reset it.
You could build it and unbuild it,
unbuild it,
rebuild it, unbuild it.
Doesn't matter.
In most cases, when somebody plays their first time as a PC, they can rewrite their character after the first time, because a lot of times people misjudge what LARP is if they've never done it before.
Or think they'll have a really good time playing a rogue and then decide that they hate it because they're not athletic.
Which is, you can play less athletic as a rogue, as I've learned over the years, but running is a big part of it.
It's a big part. Yeah.
Big part of it. So another question that I often receive, and that is a point of contention among the LARP crowd, and you guys can discuss it in the comments. Leave us comments. Check out our website, alliancexr.com or alliancelarp.com. And the question that poses that has caused fights throughout the ages.
And gonna cause one right now.
For your first game, is it better to NPC or PC first? Fight to the death until we find an answer. Go! Well, actually, I'll share with you what I think. I think one, the potential highs and potential lows of PCing first are both higher and lower. You can either hit it, knock it out of the park and have the best time of your life, and it will never be matched, or it can be a complete miss. Now, here's why I think NPCing first is better. I think it produces better LARPers over time. If your first experience in LARP is NPCing, one, you get a glimpse behind the curtain, which helps empathetically, being a good LARPer, knowing what it's like to be an NPC, especially at places where the ratio is a bit wonky. Also, the repetition that you get in different combat elements throughout the weekend does not compare to one card that you're going to play. So like as a perfect example, in Denver, they have a competition where they see among the NPCs who can die the most, and they give a trophy at the end of the weekend to whoever died the most. I think the young lady that won, Katie, she was like, what, 37 times?
39.
39 times she died in the weekend.
Deaths.
39 deaths. So that is an excellent output from an NPC that really wants to support the community. And I have to say, another one, jumping back to the happy things about Denver.
There were so many.
Yeah, there was seriously so many. But like seeing people who the first time we were there, it was their first event and they weren't sure, and seeing them find their people, and seeing them, there were two young ladies, they were both NPCing their first event. Now this event, one was NPCing and loving it and like part of it now, and was not like, there's not a doubt in her mind this is what she does. And the other one, PC'd, I didn't have a lot of interaction, but it looked like she was having a blast. And it's so awesome to see somebody being like on the fence, jumping in and then loving it and finding their people, and it was a joy to see. But anyway, back to NPCing. Yeah, I think over time it produces a better overall experience over the breadth of a career. I think a good mix of NPCing and PCing is vital to getting the whole scope of experience of LARP. What do you think?
So now that I am a career NPC, I jumped the fence and actually PC'd my first ever event, which my opinion is you're never going to get that first event back. So if you really are attached to the idea of PCing, just do it. There are some decisions that you can make that will follow you. Like my first event, I got roped into doing a jailbreak. That came back to haunt me and I didn't really know why. However, if you are nervous about learning the game, absolutely NPC. If you don't know what you want to play, absolutely NPC. You can try out so many different things in just a few hours span that you can build like your perfect character now that you know what you're doing a little bit. But you can never get that first game back, so if you are just going to jump right in and you're full immersion and you have a character you want to play and you don't care what happens, PC your first event. Do it. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's there's a lot of give and take there, and there's some excellent points in the chat of it being socially different, and no doubt, especially if you have a higher paced event and chapter where they're very focused. Sometimes I get in like stage manager mode where I'm like Q, go, 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 set, go, go. We got to get to the end of this, and we got to go through 7 things to get there, so we got to grind. And sometimes I lose sight of letting things develop socially, especially among the NPCs if you're driving them too hard.
And that's why he has me.
Indeed. But also, Denver did an excellent job of letting their NPCs chill for a while and letting them develop relationships with each other and getting to know each other on an out-of-game basis. They have like this circle of couches, and you'll see footage of it during their episodes where they're just hanging out.
Like it was Saturday night, everybody was kind of winding down from the night, and Tab, the owners of Denver, and their staff, we all just sat in the circle of couches and just talked about our favorite LARP moments before we all decided we were too tired and went to bed. But it was an amazing bonding moment, especially as a traveler who had never met these people before. It was such a cool experience.
Yeah, without a doubt, without a doubt. So, with that being said, we're going to jump on to our next segment, which we have some footage of, but it's actually from the National. It's not from their site right now, so they have a new site. But our next traveling visit is, drumroll, Chicago! Back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago. So, thanks to the support of the Greater Alliance community, we are able to keep those funds rolling to the next chapter in line, and we're going to the next biggest dog in the yard, and that's Chicago. Rob, we're coming your way. Can't to see you, buddy. Myself, Matt, and Blake are coming up. I'm not sure if Blake's going to be PCing, but me and Matt are going to be NPCing and doing our little YouTube thing on the back end for you and getting you a little promo reel of your new site and your new game. Rob threw a hell of a national event. It was an absolute joy to see what he did, and for myself, I'm really enjoying the traveling to all these different chapters so I can get a face-to-face with my contemporaries and my peers as owners of the Alliance, and to really get a melding of the minds and you know, getting us together in solidarity and all that good stuff, and making some big plans that I can't wait to go public with, but not yet. Anticipation. Anyway, so it's the April 1st through 3rd event, and India, you can't make it during this one, but you can't. Yeah, you did go to the National.
I did.
And what did you think about Rob's game and his crew?
So that was not only my first time in Chicago, but my first time experiencing a national event. I could not conceptualize how you could run a game for 150 plus people at one time, having struggled to keep up with the Crossroads crew in my early NPC career. And it was bewilderingly amazing to see that staff run like a well-oiled machine, to the point that I said, I see what they're doing, and I'm gonna do it. And I've used a lot of their ideas to make plot run smoother at Crossroads, and I think it's working out for everybody. But if it wasn't for me going to Chicago and seeing how seasoned people do this, I would never have been able to do that. And it was just their story, their props, their head of plot.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Amazing. And I am going to the next Chicago event, not April, but whatever's after that, I'm gonna figure out how to get there, I swear.
And that being said, guys, you know, travel is a little bit challenging for everybody these days. But the LARP community, some of us who have been around for a while, we've been through this type of stuff before. And some of my best chapter hopping years were actually when gas prices were pretty high. And what you can do is get with your local LARPers, get with your friends, carpool. Carpool, carpool, carpool. So what you can do is help each other out. You know, some people have a gas card. You know, that you know, India had a gas card for a big name oil company.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, so we're not saying it. But, you know, that knocked a couple bucks per tank off to get us to Denver. And between the fundraising from y'all and our budget, we were able to get it done. And we're able to go to Chicago next. On the rest of the Alliance calendar, within the next couple of weeks, there is there's a chapter. Oh, a chapter's opening! Raleigh! I can't wait to come and play with you, Raleigh! Sorry.
Also, shout out to our chat. The Raleigh owners are here with us.
We're very much looking forward to getting on the road and getting out to as many chapters as we can. But man, other chapters opening in the South, and I can't wait to start sending carloads of people back and forth and building this little slice of the South that we suddenly have. There's a bunch of chapters down here, and I can't wait to see what Raleigh brings to the table, guys. The few pictures that I got from the sites and the things that I'm hearing from the people that went to the tour, it's all really good, and I can't wait to see what Raleigh does with another permanent site LARP in the South. Yeah. Nipa, I saw your live stream up there. Give us your dates so we know them. And I saw a little bit of the site behind you, and I couldn't see enough, and I was really excited. I can't wait to get up there. So Alliance, you guys are doing great, guys. For our own edification, remember to pre-register for any of the Alliance events that you are going to, because it helps us. It helps us know who's showing up and how to get ready for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, we had a question in the chat earlier. What's our APL for this event this weekend? I don't know, because not everybody has pre-registered yet. Pre-register.
Yeah, pre-register for your events because it lets the operational staff know what's going on. And please, if you want to help us out, keep us on the road, getting out to as many chapters as we can, because it's always been said over the years, like, man, we need like a commercial, we need some kind of marketing, and right now we have it. We're building it for you. If you get us out to your chapter, talk to your owner, help us out. A couple of bucks from everybody fills our gas tanks, and that's pretty much our biggest expense right now. We have everything else budgeted. We can get out to you. We want to give you a highlight reel. That's what we're all about when we do this silly little stuff that we do. We're not there to show the warts. We're not there to show when a live stream doesn't go live on time. But that's live stuff, and when we go out and visit, we're showing the best of what we can, and we're not out to lightning bolt anybody. We're getting LARP out of the basement, guys, and the only way that we can do that is that everybody gets behind it and goes, yes, this is what we do. It's nothing to be ashamed about. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. I know more successful professionals that LARP than I do in any other place.
Because it's an expensive hobby. We need a good job.
Yeah, we don't belong in the basement anymore. We're doing some real good out there, and it's with your help that we're able to do it. And it is an absolute joy, to come out and to see you guys. So with that being said, we want to announce our second half of the season. Right now we are looking at October 7th through 9th for the second to last Crossroads game of the season. So that's October 7th through 9th, and November 11th through 13th is our closer. That's right after the Ren Fair. So what we're hoping to do there is to do a demo at the Ren Fair and then have a bunch of people show up to our game right after the Ren Fair. Right?
Yes. Get them hooked on the closer so they come back next season.
Yeah. So guys, keep on putting the word out there. Keep on following the 3 rules. And keep on being yourselves. Because no matter where we go, every single chapter that we've been to so far, everybody says the same thing that is the best thing about this game. It's the people. And guess what? The people are you. You're the best part about this game. Who knew? So go out and play. Until next time, we had a blast doing this for you. And if there's any message that you want us to get out there, please let us know. Guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you.